So, we'll be at the next morning at this point. It's been 2 days since you guys got back, I believe, at this point.
Sounds right.
Um, it'll be shortly after the Cobalt Soul will have sent, couriers over to deliver your requested rewards. Where do you think you guys would be? This would probably be, for want of a better way of phrasing it, second thing in the morning. I can't see her higher.
Baron would, so we got the information on that. Actually, given our new hires, I would probably be getting baselines for the medical work.
Okay. So that puts Farron back here in the medical quarters. What's this do? Where does everybody else think they would be?
I was at the I stayed at the tavern I played at, I think.
Okay, so well, that was where you stayed overnight. Are you still there now?
Unless we had called a meeting or something, because I'm waiting on response, I believe. But I think I was going to get my response in the evening because I told him I would play again if I needed him.
You gave us a doc.
Yeah. We have a doc map now. It's a very poor doc map, but it's a doc map.
It's more like we're docked at a pier.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm just saying. It's a very simple. Kyoki, where do you think you would be?
How far away is the boat?
I mean, the boat is docked at the main shipyard dock area in the city.
Is this the morning, evening, night?
Wow, you missed everything. Got it. This would be like
Sorry,
mid-morning. So
mid morning. I must say, going into town to get breakfast.
Okay.
Welcome back. So Sierra missed everything too.
See, this is why I asked if people were ready.
Well, she was on mute.
She's always on mute. I can't take that as a sign of anything. Okay. So again, we are roughly 2 days after you guys got back. We are short, maybe an hour or so after the Cobalt Soul has delivered your the scroll you guys requested and your potions. They brought, they had couriers bring it down to the dock, so they've been loaded onto the boat. So I'm trying to figure out where people are. This is, again, like second thing in the morning, mid-morning, so probably 9, maybe 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Let's see. Potions been divvied out. Yeah, those definitely would have gone ahead.
Did we divvy out potions?
I don't know. I just know they've been delivered.
Right. I know some people said they want to they want to have some of the potions on hand.
We can worry about that later. We just have them drop them off at the boat.
They just dropped them off. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we have them now. I was just wondering. I'll say we can go ahead and figure out what you're going to be doing.
Well, it's 9 in the morning. Dylan doesn't get up early unless woken
Well, it's
up.
again
And
9,
even
like
then-
9, 10 o'clock. So
Yeah. If Dylan had it her way, it would be like 1 or 2 in the afternoon by the time she climbed out of bed.
Aye, aye,
I don't think
Captain.
I don't think anything's actually warranting you having to get up right now. So
Yeah, so Dylan would probably still be asleep. This being the second day in town, she probably would have slept at the end and, got a room because she was probably up late drinking and partying and having a good old time after she put Yasara to bed.
okay, so most of the cast is not on the boat for the scene that's starting on the boat. Okay.
Uh,
I'm about to say, after we got this,
in there.
I guess it's a you only session, David.
Oh, fun.
I'll say yeah. I'll say yeah. After we got the after we got the shipment, I would have went to go get food in order to keep from eating the ship's stores. I'll say, but I actually plan on coming back. I don't know about the rest of them.
Well, it's our ship, so of course I would be coming back. My child is on the ship. But like all good parents, you need at least one night away to unwind and relax and have a good time and just be you. And that's what she did last night.
Yeah.
Spent the day back and the following day, and then on the second day, she was like, I'm going to go out and have a good time.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm just doing a food run because medieval DoorDash delivery fees are a bitch.
Did you say medieval DoorDash fees?
Yeah, just,
He
Yeah.
did.
just use couriers for food deliveries.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was OC. I was like, wait, what? In game. Okay, got it. Cool.
Right. In which case, I need a passive perception from David.
Oh, Yasara's playing with the animals.
Saying that she's feeding them. But,
My passive perception is the insurmountable number of 19. Okay, that's higher than I thought it was.
okay, in which case, you're insurmountable 19. Well, you can't necessarily make out the words. You can definitely hear that somebody is yelling at the ship from outside.
You double parked!
It's probably best he was here for this. I'm like, someone yelling at the ship is like, yeah, we ain't putting up with that shit.
Okay.
It doesn't sound particularly angered or agitated. It's just,
Has this been going on for a little bit or just now?
now that you've caught it, maybe a minute.
Okay, in that case, since clearly no one has addressed the situation, excuse me, it sounds like the rest of the ship may be lacking a captain or an XO or a boatsman or a quartermaster, which leaves me.
There you go, David. You're finally in charge.
Because literally everybody else left the boat.
feel free to relax here. I will be back as soon as I address the situation. Looks like there's some stairwells. Those stairwells go to the aft quarter.
I'd say that
area.
stairwell would bring you up over here,
Yeah.
as opposed to this stairwell that'll bring you up on deck.
I should have bring me up on.
As I now that you're coming up towards deck, it clearly sounds like it's like hello, ahoy, anyone home?
Yeah, I can occupy the same text as the cannon. Hello there.
Ah, finally. Good morning.
Morning. I'm afraid that the rest of the staff is in at the moment. But if you're looking for some herbal concoctions, I can help you there.
Actually, no. A little bird told me that somebody on this ship was in need of a smile in a dream.
Ah. Yes. Yes. If you do not mind waiting aboard, I am sure everyone will be back shortly as I look at my spell list to see if there's anything I can do to send out a signal flare, because my telepathy is line of sight.
Most telepathy is line of sight.
D&D, I'm sure it is.
You got a message?
Message only goes 300 feet. No, message goes 150 feet. You want sending if you want anything more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe my with certain D&D things are well documented. Oh no. No, I can't just shoot the cannon to make a loud noise and freak the fuck out of everyone.
You could. I don't know if you get your party's attention. But you certainly get everybody else's. Especially given what's been happening in town recently.
Actually, oh no, I wouldn't be. It only has a range of 60 feet. Which admittedly may go over some buildings. This is Corvus.
I'd say 60 feet would probably clear a good chunk of real estate. Hang on.
Well, I was thinking about shooting up a blast as a flare, but I can't guarantee that. I don't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, given the design, it can actually be seen from multiple areas.
Ship would probably be there.
Seriously, I like whoever made this map.
Yeah, I don't really have any spells to keep in contact with folks either, so.
Actually, no, I don't know where people went either. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would have told you that.
Well, you went to get food, but the captain went to, quote unquote, the inn.
Yeah, no, Dylan would have told people where she was going.
I would say because there's an an inn and a bar and a tavern over in that area.
Whichever whichever one is the closest must be whichever whichever.
They're
place
all
is the
right next to
closest
each other.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
But
But
if she would've
whichever
told-
one she would have gone to, she would have told the crew as she was leaving. All right, I'm heading to so and so.
You guys have the
And-
option of the Quad Iron Inn, which is the only inn. So that's probably where Dylan is. There's the Buccaneer Bass, which is, I imagine, a bar. And then there's the Falling Star Tavern.
Falling Star is where I'd be. Getting a to-go order.
Unless she was taken to just to make things easier, unless she was taken into a room or back anywhere, she probably would have passed out at one of the tables at the tavern.
Well, they definitely wouldn't let you stay passed out at the tables. And once it was time for shutting down, they'd be, poking you, going, "Okay, it's time to either wake up or get a room."
Okay, then in which case, then yeah, she would have gone to the. Well, I don't know. Would they let her spend the night at the table if she gave them a couple of coins of platinum?
For platinum, probably,
And she's
because that's a ridiculous amount of money.
she's spending platinum like gold.
Oh, fine. Yeah, she'd give them like 10 coins of platinum to leave her alone.
Yeah, that. Like, oh, well, it's your tavern now. You do with it what you want.
Well, that's gonna be bar all of it. Okay. In that case, what do
So
we
you just handed the guy like 1,000. He said 10, so yeah, that's $100. That's
So she, if Kiki shows up, she'd probably still be passed out at the table.
$100 in old time money. What was it where you get 100 a year?
I think most people are paid in copper.
What I'll do then is I'll say, yeah, you can come aboard and rest a bit. I will get the captain. And when he says get the captain, he's going to turn towards he's going to turn cityward, and I take it there's people like milling about and maybe people doing deliveries and such.
Not much in the way of milling about at this hour. It's again either ships coming in, so people unloading, or ships getting ready to leave, so people getting on the ships. So like a lot of wagons with cargo, dock workers doing loading, unloading, quartermasters quartermastering. You do see a couple of the official administrator types for the docks doing doing their inspection-y type stuff.
Hey you. Yes, you, the one with the paperwork. Yeah. Could I get a courier over here for a job, please?
I guess I could snag one when I'm done with this.
Thank you.
Not sure how long that's going to take. I just started doing inventory. This could take a couple hours.
Well, as you understand, I can't really leave the ship unattended.
I'm just looking at the whole group.
I mean, these guys just came aboard. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but the vibe is essentially, all but one of the quote-unquote command staff is gone.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just it's like, okay, it depends on how much you trust Theala, Ileana. Technically, Gant is there in Mark mode, but I understand that doesn't count. You got Ash, you got Mr. T, you got Refram.
Oh, Ash is still here.
Yeah, he's down there in the cargo hold. You can see him.
Oh, well, then I can leave the ship.
Yeah.
Remember, Theala is not officially a part of the crew.
Part of the crew.
She's the captain's attendant passenger.
Should I wait up here? You want me to go below deck? Should I wait down at the bottom of the ramp?
I'll direct this person to his below deck is it looks like where we have the galley.
The galley's here in the back. Yeah, it's like this is the main hold slash social area.
Okay, it looked like there were some benches and stuff for a communal thing.
Yeah, there's tables and benches here, and obviously here.
Yeah, I'll lead her down there. Feel free to have a seat. Make her some sandwich if you'd like.
Hello, boys.
Okay. In which case, I will go off to find the captain at the insert name here tavern that she mentioned she was going to, and perhaps now is now bought.
Let's see, you're from the Republic, so you've in theory been here a few times. Yeah, it shouldn't take you.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's maybe a 15-minute walk from here, depending on what kind of traffic you run into.
Given everything that's happened, I
Yeah.
imagine security's so high.
Police presence is high, yeah. Or town guard, whatever you want to call it. And you get to the end, you see her clearly passed out on the table still. They left her be.
Yep, her hair looks wild.
Okay. I will from my pack pull out a goblet. It is a chilled goblet, and press it up against your cheek.
Couldn't have woken me up any easier way. You had to do that? Okay, no worries.
Well, you've indicated that she pulls pranks.
You
So,
are right.
Fair play.
You are right. However, she wakes up and grabs your wrist, like the wrist holding the cup. Like what the hell? And before she realizes it's you, she uses shocking grasp because she doesn't know it's you that just touched her.
Okay.
And she went to sleep in a strange environment. So for all she knows, it's some pervert or somebody touching her. And then she wakes up fully and realizes it's oh, is it afternoon already? After goes to lay back down.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to put your captain hat on, Captain. There is a visitor at the ship concerning dreams.
Dreams. She wakes up and she's rubbing her eyes. She's it's so early in the morning. They couldn't come later. Can you tell them to come back? I haven't got to sleep in weeks. Can I just have one late day? Just one late day.
Well, if we're gonna be sailing back to Salt Marsh, I'm sure you'll have plenty of days of sleeping.
Okay.
Well, you can look forward to it. What, a month of sleeping in until midday?
You've met Usara, right?
I've met Usara. You mean our daughter?
Yes, exactly. Yes. I don't know what part of that makes you think she lets me sleep in late, but okay, that's fine. She's just gonna get up and climb on your back. She's okay, to the ship. I'm gonna get a little bit more sleep, and she goes right back to sleep.
I will initiate run montage training back to the ship.
So you're just picking up Dylan with the other.
Well, according to Kyoki, he was just getting food and bringing it back to the ship, yeah?
Hmm?
So
Yeah.
he should be back, quote unquote, shortly.
More than
That's
likely
not
about
confirming.
30.
As far as I only know where the captain is because the captain said where she was going to be.
Hmm.
I'm assuming I don't know where other people are except for Kyoki. Because as I understand it, our XO just left the ship to do XO-y things.
No, he would have told you he's going to go play at the tavern. I mean,
Oh.
you know he's a bard.
Well, in that
Not the tavern.
case,
The in tavern kind of combo, I think.
oh, okay. Then I'll just be simple for this way. I will go to the locations where I've been informed the rest of the crew is going to be.
Okay. Obviously, Kyoki's not trying to hide. Fargo, how low key are you, or not low key, are you trying to be at this point in the day?
Probably playing for the lunch rush, assuming
so-
that we're getting lunch rush. So
Well, again, we're between breakfast and lunch. Again, this is like
So,
maybe
yeah,
10
he's-
o'clock in the morning.
chilling out, waiting for the lunch rush to begin to play.
Okay, so pretty relatively easy to find. So, rounding everybody up, getting them up to speed, and assuming they join you back at the ship probably takes about an hour.
Okay.
Yay, extra hour of sleep.
Also, in case you need it.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess roughly about, depending on how much time passes, roughly about 30 minutes later, or however long it takes them to, make me scrambled eggs and hash browns and bacon. I'll, I'll be back.
Well, he was rounding you up too. That's why I was including that in the hour.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be back in probably about 30 minutes. I was probably only taking about 15 minutes. I say the tavern's not that far away. I put in my order. I'll probably pay a little extra just to get bumped ahead of other people. And
Well, if we would have gone to get Fargo, Dylan would have moved from Pink Hair's back to Fargo's lap.
I suppose I'll be leaving out of the tavern around about the time you guys show up. And I'm like, okay. I guess I'll be eating my food as we go.
now, here's an important question. How do you have them cook the bacon?
Oh yeah, that's right. That reminds me. I have to redact the part of that debate. Because $1 million bacon is chewy, and I love $1 million bacon. But only $1 million bacon. No other chewy bacon is allowed.
That's some expensive bacon.
Hmm.
I'm not saying so long as it's cooked, I don't really care. I'm like, crunchy bacon has its place.
There's
That is
only
crunchy
ever
bacon.
crunchy bacon.
It's at the top of the pyramid. As someone who currently lives in the land of chewy bacon.
I'm like,
is not real bacon.
I like a mixture. I like a mixture, like not fully like burnt crunch. I like it to where like if you do have bacon that can snap in half, okay. But I was like, I don't want it to where it's still flimsy and shit. But I feel there's a nice middle ground between it because I've seen some people who like quote cook it, and I'm like, this shit still looks like it hasn't even been finished cooking yet.
Okay.
as you're coming up the ramp to the Sea Ghost, coming up from the deck below, because this is a grate, you can hear what sounds like the sounds of a tavern late at night, singing, rhythmic thumping of the deck. Sounds like a lute or something going.
Oh. Oh, the land, someone has taken your,
Yes.
Random body, dwarvish sounding tavern songs coming from below.
Sounds like this person's for me. He's gonna roll.
Don't forget, Dylan's still in your lap.
Oh, you're in my lap.
anything gets
Yeah.
Somebody want to take this the captain off my lap? Go take her to her bed chambers.
I'll grab the captain and lift her to put her back on my back.
Yeah, I'm like, hey Doc, go ahead and do that.
I figure if this is if this turns out to be something big, then wouldn't want to put the captain through the extra effort of getting out of bed.
You're the only other person here strong enough to lift her.
Well, I'm strong enough to lift her, but I'm also.
Besides you, that's what I was like. Besides you, David's the only other person here strong enough to lift her.
Yeah, as much as I can lift her, put her back on my back.
Yeah, anybody can lift her.
I can't.
You have a strength score higher than 1?
I do, but I also have a disadvantage. Puts me at disadvantage to lifting things because I have a bad back, and if I fail at it, then
You're not the bad back.
I'd say if you're not trying to do anything athletic with her and just trying to lift her, you can do it without rolling. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, you with the bad back, you would have to roll. But, the odds of failing are pretty low.
Difficulty 5, 1. Oh.
I believe my strength has no modifier. Let me see.
Well, is someone else going to be trying to grab her from me, or is this just an academic conversation?
That was just, it was just.
No. Fuck no. I'm not saying. Like, I'm the quartermaster. I don't carry anything but money.
Wait. In your inventory list, do you actually have Captain Quantity 1?
Oh, there's 2 people. Yes, there is a quantity of like all of the jobs. There's one of each of you.
Yeah.
To be fair, the ship doesn't have enough space to have 2 of each of you anyway.
Trish has gone for a moment. I presume to grab food. Well, if he does that, I will abandon everyone to go to the bathroom.
Fair enough.
Ideally, I don't really want to have to, come up with alternatives. I don't really have. We don't have backup ideas for captains, first mates, medics. I feel like most of the members of the crew are the other person's backup. I feel like the only person we technically have a backup for is the captain, but that's just because the first mate is the backup.
Who was the first mate again?
Fargo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot what people's roles were, so.
It's
Yeah.
written down on the ship's
Besides
stat
Brian,
line.
who makes
Let's say-
it adamantly clear that he's the quartermaster at every chance he gets and undermines and questions everything I say.
Only when it has to do with money. It says so in my description. I'm supposed to make sure that we're not spending the ship's funds on
No, because you interfered when I was trying to spend my own money, so.
Toss a coin to your grinner, oh valley of plenty.
It's not just the ship's funds. It's been Dylan's own funds too.
I was like, well, she said you were spending your own money. I didn't.
But I remember from the start she was spending her own money. Dylan doesn't ever spend the ship's funds. In fact, remember, she was trying to convince David's character to not spend money and just use what money she had in her wallet. He told her how much it was going to cost, and she was like, ooh, I don't have that. He had to talk her into it. She was not on board at first with the idea.
Now, he does have a problem with bringing more people on board, because it's like we don't really have that much space on the ship.
Okay. Did we decide who's taking the captain back to her quarters?
Well, my plan was to actually just keep her on my back in case she's needed, so she doesn't expend the extra effort of getting out of bed.
Oh, well, that's also an option.
Because, I know the captain's lazy.
Hey!
No, let me rephrase that. I take it back. She is,
Motivationally challenged?
no, she is, I had a good phrasing here.
Her spirit animal's a sloth.
Hey, she's very active when she's up.
She
okay?
is, she is quantitatively adverse to tasks.
No, she has no problems doing tasks so long as they take place in the afternoon and not in the morning. To her, mornings are meant to be spent in bed and sleeping versus being up and active. That's too early to be active. You get active after lunch. She's totally motivated and very active when she's up. She's up late, so she wants to sleep late.
So what I'm hearing is that Belan does the morning captaining.
Hmm.
What? Yeah, Bland does. Bland does most of the captaining. What are you talking about?
What?
Except when it comes to the actual navigating.
Well, she makes the choices and stuff on the boat.
Yeah, exactly. That's.
Alright, so now we've resolved the great Dylan ride question. What y'all do?
Now, Frodo went to go check out what was going on downstairs. The rest of us are apparently on deck.
Now, you guys have control of your tokens. Feel free to move around as you see fit.
So yeah, Fargo will be headed down. Everyone else is.
And as you're coming down, the song's wrapping up. It's like, okay, just remember, you guys are the ones making the request. I am not responsible for any words that little one learns. What's next?
Fargo will say, hold on, I don't have it in front of me. That's Fargo's code song.
So now I'm thinking
Sam's
there's a
coming.
line of, then the hoe was thrown ashore.
No, my backstory. He's gonna say, do you happen to know Sam's coming home? I can't. I don't have. You know what? I think I have a doc just for the grin.
I'd say you have been keeping track of those.
Ah, there we are. It's not on Fargo's sheet. It's all on the. I had a thing, entire thing. Da-da-da-da-da, and he is. Drink deep, little hummingbird. Is the shadow grin because that's what Fargo is.
Don't get a lot of requests for it, but yeah, I know it.
Excellent. Fargo Acharis.
Arya.
Sorry. Actually, no. I guess with the grin, he probably
Clear
would say his real name. He would say his real name because Bland is not a member of the group. Can I see what her ring looks like, or do you remember? Do you have all that?
I don't have that on hand.
No worries, I'll send it to you. Da da da. Because I'm literally looking at it. Mhm.
I see a bunch of you don't have anything about them; they just exist.
Yeah, no. Those are all of the actual, like, I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've actually done anything with this. I can't remember if this all was, like, actually from the canon or if I made all this up.
I feel like you probably got some of it from the canon.
I know I made up all of the fact that they had different rings and put what the rings were. But I think that the actual chapters are all actual things. And I think that the code songs actually...
Yeah, I remember the code song sort of thing. Okay, looking at her ring, it's not one you've seen before. For starters, it looks older than any ring you've seen before. But
that's interesting.
What really interests you is it seems to almost incorporate the symbology. Almost seems to incorporate aspects from all the other chapters you're familiar with.
She has the white power ring. He's going to look at it and be like, "That's a very interesting ring."
Thank you.
But to business.
If you insist.
Well, I mean, we don't have to go to business, but
Up to you. You're the one who called.
Anyway, the Fargo's hung up on two different people, so he can't be getting all flirtatious with the third. Yeah, we were looking for a spell, a sleep spell.
Sleep. I thought you were. The birdie told me it was dream. But all right.
Dream. Sorry, that's my bad.
Sleep dream, they're pretty close, yeah.
And for you, you're not getting enough sleep? Is that why you're not remembering what you're asking for?
Yes.
Sure. Anonymous iguana.
It might be easier just get a sleeping draught from an apothecary, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no, dream. This is... He's going to nod to the rest of the crew. This is... I almost said Captain Kami, but I think that's wrong. Then Dylan.
Dylan, yeah.
And I forget what Baron's rank is.
My rank is doctor.
I remind you, it is on the handout for the Sea Ghost if you want to actually look it up.
I believe it's ship's physician.
Yeah, he's basically unfortunately, like the lowest ranked person here.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait, no one's answering the beer.
You seem to have met everyone else.
I'm just going to pop this open for everybody since they seem to be having a hard time remembering their jobs.
Yeah.
I remember my job.
I remember my job.
Yeah, I'm technically fourth fifth in charge.
I remember Brian's job because, again, every chance he gets, he makes sure that we are well aware.
Liliana,
I
Liliana
like
was
the jargon here.
Hmm?
Liliana was on the ship, and that outranks Farron.
Because she inherited Gant's job.
Surgeon, ship's physician, sounds like the same thing to me. But I don't think I have yet to need to cut anyone open because we have healing magic.
That's not a bad thing.
Oh, shit. I'm making a salary?
That's between you and the quartermaster.
Well, it's listed right here.
We have salaries for the,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for paying the entire crew. That's divided up among the entire crew. But,
Oh, okay. I thought it was like per.
No.
Okay.
We're not that rich.
That's considered the default salary for a ship of your size.
Okay.
It's 300 gold per month divided up among the crew. Obviously, all of you, we've gotten along great, right, boys? Yeah! Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet, you. Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
Awesome. There's like a bunch of people here I don't recognize. Are they just like crew members?
We hired some apothecaries and
I'd say, yeah, the people with the blue circles are the alchemist apothecary types you guys hired here in Corvus to spam potions for you guys.
yep.
Okay.
And
do
of
we
course,
wanna-
you recognize Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T
You
is
want to
the
talk?
new master at arms Sierra hired.
Oh, we hired a master at arms.
Well, that's the role. He's a fighter Sierra hired, but in terms of fitting him into the ship structure, Kenji Ash is helping him learn how to become a powder monkey and slash master of arms. So he's in charge of maintaining all the ship's weapons.
Wow, and we don't have him as an officer. So
Technically,
Ash
that's
isn't
not an officer rank.
Okay.
There's no more ranks left.
I'd say there's a role, but it's not an
Alright.
officer position.
Do we want to talk in front of the crew, or do we want to go somewhere slightly more private? Like, that's not being out loud. That is definitely meta.
I will hold my response to that.
Matt does not know if we had discussed this previously in front of the crew.
Well, I kind of figured we could talk on the top deck, away from the grate.
Definitely away from the child.
But child?
Excellent.
You mean Jasara?
There's a child here? What? Oh, fuck. I've been using all these, songs about hookers and shit.
I would say I would lead. I forgot what her name is already.
Sorry,
I would
how are
lead
you?
the Grinner of Mystery
Ah, good
up
mystery.
to the top deck. The Grinner of the chapter that I had never heard of up to the top deck.
I
Master
suggest we go back here.
It's like, oh, yeah, it's back upstairs. Okay, I guess you seem to be in a hurry and all that, so she'll just kind of give you a grin, get behind you, and kind of run the wheelchair up the stairs. Whee!
Grinner. She'll notice it's surprisingly light.
Go over, kind of perch on the cannon. So, what you need me to dream? Who you need me to dream?
Cat.
I look over
Warn
at
you,
Cat.
charge extra for the naughty stuff.
I don't think we established who needed to be the dreamer.
That's what I asked.
No. This is Sierra.
No, all Matt's message was that he needed somebody who could do the spell.
I believe.
No.
Yeah, no. But Sierra is trying to remember if we stated who was going to be the one doing the dreaming.
So it makes sense for you to do it.
I thought you were talking
Why
about
do I
you
have
doing
to
it.
be the dreamer? I don't have dreams.
Oh, right.
No, you called her to do the to cast the spell for you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out were we doing Yasara? Were we having her sleep and go into her memories? That's what I'm trying to establish. Is whose dreams were we going into, guys?
I think we were more worried about getting the spell than who was actually
Well,
going to
obviously,
do
we
it.
now have a person who can do it for us. So now we need to figure out who's going to be the dreamer. So,
I volunteer as tribute.
well, I guess that'll work then. I don't know. As we were back into the game.
We can go into unless GM needs us to go into like a non-player streams because we're going to be going into.
I just need to know who's trying, whose dream we're going into.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to establish.
Let's go into Fargos.
That's it, because you guys were trying to get specific information. That's why I was trying. And I'm not sure, I mean, I guess we can go into Fargo's. I'm not sure how that pertains to the information you guys were trying to get.
Well, this was the test run, yes.
I don't know, and you're the one who put out the message.
Yeah, I
well,
could have sworn the
we
line.
wanted-
I could have sworn the thought was Dylan was all like, "Well, we can test it on me to make sure."
No. Because if I need to mentally bring you guys into a person's dream, then I need not to be the one dreaming.
Right.
It is
You
very
mentioned
impressive.
Sarah. Yeah, I believe it was. I believe it was Usara.
It's the kid.
Yeah, Zara's the kid.
So
Yeah.
we are test running it on someone who is not a child.
Okay.
Because I wanted to test it first to make sure that that's something I can do before we actually do it. If not, then we're just back at the drawing board.
Oh shit. Hold on. Guys. I can turn this off, right? You are immune. I'm able to turn off the Sphinx's shroud, right?
1 second. I imagine you can.
Otherwise, it definitely is not gonna work.
Well, if not, we can try Kiki's.
You want to go
What?
inside dreams?
Yeah, why not?
Open Fargo's sheet so we can take a look. Sphinx's shroud. Given the nature of this spell, the Sphinx's shroud wouldn't apply, but in general, I would say that you are, because otherwise Sierra's telepathy wouldn't work on you either. I imagine that if you are aware it's something is coming, you can allow it to pass.
Okay. So I have to know something's coming.
Which with like Sierra's telepathy, you feel it knocking.
Okay. Cool.
Like a message spell, you would feel coming. A passive detect thoughts would just fail unless you knew they were going to be doing it. A deep dive detect thoughts, you would feel that and then can decide whether you would allow it.
Okay.
But passive telepathy, since you can't feel it, it wouldn't work. But given what how the dream spell operates, I don't think it would work. It would apply to this.
Okay, cool.
Because technically, dream is an illusion. So did we figure out what we're doing?
Yeah, we're test driving on Barco.
Okay, so doing you first. Got it. Just you and me? Am I bringing, we bringing friends along?
I didn't think that's how the dream spell worked, but if that's the case, because when I was reading it, it just says the
By
messenger.
default, it does not work that way. However, as Tristan has seen it done this way in other games, with your telepathy, if she makes you the messenger, i.e. the person going in,
Okay, I got you.
you can bring out, if you have linked up with the people before you go in, you can bring them in with you. They will be in observer status only. They won't be able to actually affect anything.
Okay.
Only you will be able to have, use the affecting abilities of Dream, but they can at least perceive and communicate with you in terms of what's happening.
All right. That works.
Okay. So, for starters, gonna need you to fall asleep. We can do a sleeping draught. We can do a sleeping spell. I push a chair over the side of the deck. We got options.
Say push the chair over the side of the deck.
Yeah, when you hit the water really hard, sometimes it knocks you out, and, as long as we, cast the spell and bring you back up before the bubbles stop, everything's good.
Oh, I just need to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Give me a few minutes. Nope. 6 seconds later. Nope. 6 seconds later. Nope. 6 seconds later. Nope. 6 seconds later. I've got the wrong dice apparently. 6 seconds
It's
later.
okay. Performance anxiety. I'm used to it.
Giving twos. Trying to fall asleep. I've gotten 3.
Is this getting awkward for anyone else?
Yeah, I can get you something.
What have we got?
Well, you see, can I make a mess roll to quickly whip up like super melatonin or something?
You have to go down to your either the go down to the the apothecary lab, but yeah, in theory you can make the attempt.
What the fuck? Roll
Can we
20.
talk about the...
Stop
the-
this.
I have now rolled the 2 different d20 about 20 to 30 times and have not rolled a 1, but I've rolled a nat 20 and 4 twos. Two nat 20s,
Mm-hmm.
5 twos.
What number do you need?
Margaret falls asleep. It only
Okay,
took
you will come back up with your draught.
to
If
sleep.
you're going that route, where is it? Yeah, here we go. If you were going to try the sleeping potion, I will need you to make a con save.
He's asleep. I finally rolled the 1.
So you get up there just as he passes out.
Oh. Well, I'll keep this away from the captain.
Okay, well, now that awkwardness is done, if you're bringing your friends along, you want to tie them into however you're intending to do that, while I get myself ready to go. She brings out a small lap harp and just starts strumming up. So I don't know who you're bringing in with you, but
I'll let the main crew know. Main peeps. Let them know if they want to be part of the trial run or they just want to wait for the real thing. That way they have the option.
Put my food in the microwave, sees me doing it at 2 a.m.
You saw that?
okay. So Dylan links in those who want to go. Arya will strum her harp a little bit, reach out to tap Dylan with her toe. Dylan will go into a trance-like state, has her eyes wide over, and she just stands stock still, as do those of you who are linked with Dylan. There is a feeling of rushing wind, as if you are, falling or being whisked away at high speed, before you you find yourself floating as in a black void. Dylan herself, the rest of those of you who have come in with Dylan appear as small, glowing will-o-wisp type lights. Dylan herself, as the messenger, can choose what her dream avatar appearance as, air quote, the messenger is.
A butterfly.
Okay, Dylan has taken on the form of a butterfly. As Fargo has just fallen asleep.
Butterfly.
Okay, as Fargo has just fallen asleep, we do not have a dream going yet. However, as the messenger, if you wish, you may choose to shape and control the realm of the dream to give him a dream.
Yeah, let's give him a dream about him and his magnificent centaur beauty, enjoying a nice, brisk picnic with his friends on the side of a waterfall / riverbank.
All right, Fargo, with that prompt, can you tell us a small story?
Just to be clear, are you putting Jace into this dream?
Yeah, your two friends.
So that's you and Jace.
Yeah.
Okay. As the scene sort of takes shape around you,
Bless you.
that it's next to a waterfall, yeah?
Yep.
So, somewhere there's fields of sunflowers off, like, behind. There is this grassy knoll that is, like, cut out right next to a stream that flows into not a huge waterfall, but like one that drops 14 or 15 feet, and it's just like 2 feet wide, mate, at the most. It's like the stream is one that you could hop across. There is a blanket laid out. Jace and Dylan are sitting on the blanket. Fargo is jumping back and forth across the stream. He's like, "You guys, I can do this more times than either of you." He's trying to be competitive. As the scene comes up, Jace is like, "Of course you can. You have more legs than we do." Fargo will then go to sit down next to Jace and Dylan and be like, "This has to be one of the best days ever." Jace is going to pull out a birthday cake, as it is Dylan's birthday. It's so lucky that you're here for your birthday and not over in that foggy place that you live in.
So mean.
How long do I have to carry this?
As long as you want. I'm just, I was giving you a chance to flex a little bit if you wanted to.
We'll just sort of fade in there so that everyone's in.
Okay. At this point, Dylan, you can choose to withdraw and end the effect, or you can alter the scenario.
Yeah, can I make him say that the place I call home is nice and beautiful and magnanimous? And he is jealous that I get to live there?
The messenger shaped the environment, creating objects, landscapes, and other images. You cannot, make the user do anything.
I figured as much, but it was worth a try. We'll go ahead.
You can make his friend, yourself or his friend say that, but you can't make him say that.
Yeah, it's not the same. Very place. It's a lovely place. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end it so he can wake up.
Okay, so you withdraw. You will have to wake him for the spell to actually end, but you have withdrawn from the dream realm. Again, the same feeling, except in reverse of the whoosh and then snapping back into your own bodies.
Because that bastard.
You don't wake him.
Oh no, she wakes him. She wakes him.
Okay,
She
when she
slaps
wakes you, you recall the dream perfectly upon waking. So you
He's gonna look
remember,
around.
listen, you remember the entire dream.
There was a butterfly.
Thank
Yeah.
you for the
Wow.
birthday cake, but it's not a dark and dreary place. It's a wonderful place.
I had no control over what I said.
Hmm.
I've never been there. You never took me.
You would have towered over the dwarves. They don't like being looked down on. But again, thanks for the birthday cake.
Uh, you're welcome, I guess.
Anyway, we know it works. So now, I say when little bit goes to bed tonight, we use the spell again to go in and see her memories.
Do you mind staying that long?
Oh, I don't mind staying that long, but you might have a little problem with that.
What's that?
Well, by itty bit, I presume you're talking about the little girl and not your dwarven friend. Yeah.
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 In which case, I neglect to inform you that based on my experiences with the little one, I'm pretty sure she doesn't sleep.
Okay.
So she lies in bed for 8 hours?
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never stayed the night with her.
I was kind of looking over to Dylan.
I do know
Well,
she
Dylan-
kept, when I ran into you lots in Saltmarsh, she did seem to keep out hours.
Wait, hold on.
Well, I mean,
Did she say that she ran into us in Salt Marsh?
Yes, this. If you would like to make a, I'll call this a history check.
Hold, please. I'm surprised nobody else caught that.
I caught it, but Kyoki, I must say, it doesn't really seem that important to Kyoki.
Mm.
I have history. How's my history? My history is not great. That is a total of a 12.
12 is enough. You, in fact, not only remember her from Saltmarsh playing the tavern there on a few occasions, you actually remember Gant pulling her aside and talking to her a couple times as well.
Ah! She's a friend of Gant's.
Or at least an acquaintance. You never asked him, if he actually knew her or just was talking to her. But yes, you guys have at least crossed paths before. Back at the very beginning of the game, again, she was one of the rotating minstrels that came through the tavern in Saltmarsh when you guys weren't playing.
I told you I slept with Yusara on numerous occasions in bed. Does she just sleep? Does she do 4 hours?
Under the circumstances, we're gonna call this a retroactive insight check, and because it's retroactive, we're gonna call it disadvantage.
Okay. I'm we've gone to bed together a few times. I'm just okay, is this something I would not have noticed or? Excuse me.
Well, given what we just established about Dylan's sleeping habits.
Yeah, but Dylan's a night owl. She stays up late,
Mm.
then sleeps in early. So that's a total of 10.
Well, Let's see how we turn out. 3d6 plus 2.
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong thing. Hold on. I keep forgetting every single time. Need a yellow. Need 2 yellows and a white.
Odds are in your favor.
But you said at disadvantage.
Yeah,
So
because you're trying to remember.
yeah, odds are not in my favor. That is an 11.
11 beats her 10.
Mm.
As I'm thinking back, I mean, yeah, she cuddles up with you, she closes her eyes, she's all snuggly, but the breathing doesn't seem to indicate that she's necessarily actually asleep, so much as just enjoying the cuddle time.
Oh, okay. We're not giving her drugs, guys. Just putting it out there.
It's like she seems to be more, in with the 11, it's like, it's not that she's, trying to pretend to be asleep, like faking it, so that she can go off and do shit when nobody's looking. It seems to be more that she sees everybody else doing it, and she's trying to approximate what she sees everybody else do at night.
And do what everybody else does.
So she sees everybody else lay down and close her eyes and stop moving for 48 hours, so she's like, okay, I guess that's what I'm supposed to do, and does the same thing.
Oh, my poor baby. She's like, now that I recall, she's not wrong. She doesn't sleep. I mean, she doesn't go off and do things that she's not supposed to do. At least when we go to sleep together, she just kind of sleeps with me. I sleep. Well, technically, I don't. Well, I sleep. I just don't dream. So there's that. Well then, we have quite a conundrum then. This is good though. That we wanted to know what her race was. That should help narrow it down for you, right? You can care to figure out if she's a being that doesn't sleep, then what beings don't sleep?
Well, me and my fuchsia hair are thinking. What do I need to roll? I would assume. I would make assumptions, but there's talking about species identification here.
Under the circumstances, given what you know, we can put this under either nature or arcana.
Oh, I'm proficient in nature. But seeing as I posed the question to Pink Hair, I will concede.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Wrong character. I cannot cast guidance on myself.
Mm. I don't think we have anybody else who can cast guidance
What's
on
what's our hero point distribution?
You currently have 5 because of your 2 lawful goods.
May I use a hero point for skill bonus purposes, guys?
Yeah.
Feel free.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm mad I'm lawful good.
So then do questionable thing.
I can't. It goes against my character.
Just go blow up some more giants. You'll be fine.
Oh, look. Okay. Dylan will probably never cast that spell again, okay? That spell has scarred her for life.
Look, it only affects giants. You'll be fine.
No. If it did that to a giant, imagine what it could do to somebody of an average size. She's not risking it. She is scarred for life. And admittedly, if she gets angered, she might use it, but,
Okay, well, there's a whole bunch of things that could possibly fall into this category. Elves, for example, technically don't sleep. They kind of they trance, which is kind of a half-aware state.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Many of the created, such as Master Sersha, also do not sleep. They just kind of sit there and stare creepily at you for several hours. You're pretty sure she's not a construct based on your medical examination. She was raised by elves, but you're pretty sure she's not an elf. And what Dylan has described doesn't sound like trance to you.
Right.
Various molds, slimes, that kind of thing, obviously don't sleep. You're pretty sure she's not a slime.
Yeah, I don't think she's an ultra-self plasmoid or anything.
Many undead don't sleep. But your pally senses haven't registered on her for that. Certain like fiends and fae also don't necessarily sleep, but I know your paladin sense picks up fiends, which she doesn't register as.
I think it also. This character has so much stuff. Celestial fiends are undead.
Okay. Celestial is another category. Has not pinged. Which leaves you with, again, certain fae, which is possible because you can't detect that from what you just said, and some of the higher or echelon / rarer species of dragon don't actually sleep. But these are the ones that are outside of the traditional category of chromatic or metallic. These are like the really obscure, rare ones.
Okay, so what you're saying, then...
And of course, there's always the possibility of some kind of curse or enchantment that has been placed upon a creature.
So it sounds like Fae, dragon, or something new. When I say dragon, I mean capital D dragon.
Oh, that's so cool.
But, as I'm sure all of us here are quite aware, the dragons are essentially gone. Their cousins, like the wyvern, are still around. But they, for lack of a better term, got up and left. I think it was, an age ago?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 to 1,500 years ago is when the metallics basically disappeared entirely and the chromatics became rare.
Okay. So I think phrasing it as an age ago still gives an idea of a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're rare. There are rumors of, as of when I left town anyway, there were rumors of at least a dragon night creature operating somewhere near Saltmarsh.
You mean like a Leviathan?
Big winged lizard, scares, sheep as it flies over.
They said dragon light, which is why
Yeah,
I heard Leviathan.
I say, not so much in the water. This is, I never saw it. I just, people were talking about it in the tavern. They, scared my herd, and
Okay.
I put no stock in it. But my understanding is that's where you found her, so it might be a connection.
I think it is a connection. But again, we can't look at her memories if she doesn't sleep. And if she's immune to sleeping, that means we can't put her to sleep by any means.
Well, she looks like you, so then could we look into your memories if you think there's a connection.
I don't sleep. I mean, I sleep. I don't dream though, so I don't know how useful that would be.
Is that a medical affliction, or you one of the dream children? What?
I don't even know what a dream children is. I don't know what that is.
Do you have like an innate connection to like the realm of dreams and the dreaming, both the dreaming and the dreaming dark and all that?
I don't think so. My mom didn't really go into detail.
Well,
So,
if you want to give it a shot, I have enough energy to attempt the spell again. If you don't, well, maybe I can help you in some other way. I got nowhere to be for a minute, so.
all right, crew,
My last party ditched
let's
me in the
come
mountains.
together and rack our heads around this. There has to be a way. I guess maybe we should call Ileana and Ash to the group, because now we're back to brainstorming. Brainstorm.
Sounds like to me.
Yeah. We'll all meet in the captain's quarters.
Captain's quarters, not the magic meeting room.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot we had one. Yeah.
I say, yeah, you got a Star Trek magic meeting room. Might as well use it.
It gives us bonus for plot shenanigans.
Yeah, I'll be here to take minutes.
All right, guys, on the drawing board. We can't go inside your mind because she doesn't sleep. Not a bad thing.
Does that mean that she never goes unconscious?
I mean, I hope we never find out that she never goes unconscious. We got to keep her safe after all.
So if she loses her hit points, does she just walk over to a corner and sit down and sit out the fight?
She will never lose any. We will keep her safe for all our days.
I say
Or
she's
risk
not a
our
weapon.
lives trying. Down, you crazy. This blasphemy. And don't speak stuff like that into the air. The universe is listening. The last thing we need.
You can't speak things into existence, except for magic, but, you can't just do it without magic.
I guess speaking things of existence. Fireball! Boom!
I don't think you understand how magic works.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said, with the exception of magic, but, just saying things without casting or throwing money and,
The
stuff.
gods are listening. They hear what we say.
Gods.
Okay, I understand that you don't believe in them. And that's
Oh, I
all
believe
right.
in them. I believe that they're assholes, is what I believe.
Well, they're supposed to be assholes. They're omnipotent and powerful and strong. And we
Except for
small.
Except for the god of libraries. I like his god. He's going to point over at I was going to point over at Farron. It's like the god of nerds is pretty cool. I'll give him that.
Yes, you can read about all kinds of fighting styles.
Somewhere Ragoon sneezes.
Yeah.
It was like, I do, I'll say, above all else, I do appreciate a good librarian. They're trustworthy.
See, pink hair, everybody loves books. But back to the task at hand. Solving this issue that we have found ourselves in. Need a game plan.
Well, I know there are things like detecting thoughts, but I think we need something a bit more powerful than that. There's also a simpler question of, well, might we just ask her to fall asleep to see if Usara can actually just fall asleep?
Yeah, but what if we put too much pressure on her and she can't, and then she gets sad that she can't fall asleep, and then that's a conversation we're gonna have to have with her about how being different's okay, and while being different is fine. She's just so young to have that conversation right now.
She's probably older than all of us.
She's still a child.
She just looks like a child.
Well, she still looks like a child and she still acts like a child, so it must be a child.
I will tell that to the next mimic we see.
Mimic? Mimics can't. Can mimics be babies?
I mean, they come in all sizes. They can, be as small as a box, or normally they're a treasure chest. I've heard of some that are like entire cities.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah, they're inanimate objects. They've never actually mimicked like a person, right?
No, that's a doppelganger.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
we're
don't think I have
fine.
any
Mimics.
experience with those.
Or an actress. Looks over at the owl.
Mimics can't do that, so we should be fine. Plus, if she wanted to hurt us, I think out of all of us, I'm the hardest sleeper. She had more than enough chances to murder me. I'm still alive.
Alright, so,
Of
well,
course she has no reason to murder her. You keep giving her stuff and feeding her.
part of parenting is having difficult conversations with her. So long as we can avoid the talk, then I feel that everything else should be a piece of cake.
What do you mean the top?
I mean, that's not that difficult.
The owl leans forward and, whispers something in your ear, explaining the talk.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, okay.
It's like reminding you of you when she gave you the talk.
We're definitely not having that talk anytime soon. Yes, you
Yes.
are correct. She is a little too young for that.
Yeah, so telling her how some things might be difficult for her but easy for others, and how some things might be difficult for others but easy for her seems like an easy enough talk to have. And push come to shove, if she complains, we'll just give her a piece of candy or whatever it is that you give her in order to make her feel better.
I give her hugs and kisses, stuffed toys, anything she wants, her heart's desires.
Exactly.
I do
You're
think
right.
you were spoiling her sometimes, though.
Yeah.
You're only saying that because she likes me more.
Oh, yeah, that's her job, is to spoil her. She's the
She's
one who
not
pays.
spoiled.
I don't know.
Well,
Let's go find out.
Okay.
Let's go find out how spoiled she is based on how she reacts to something trivial.
She's not spoiled. She's well loved.
Yeah. Like I said, we're about to find out if she's spoiled or not based on how she reacts.
She's not spoiled is what I'm trying to tell you. She's not spoiled, period. She is not spoiled at all. She is
I'm not
well
saying that
loved.
she is spoiled. I was just saying that I think sometimes.
Are you just jealous? Do you want me to give you hugs and kisses too? Pink hair? Is that what you want? I can
You sure
treat
you told
all
her
of you
about the-
guys like my children if you like.
Well, I mean, I usually impart, skills to her. So my perspective's just different.
I can believe that most of your crew is older than you.
And all of you guys are older than me. But that doesn't mean anything. I could be a young mom.
Not that much.
And, yeah. Farron and I are pretty much almost this. I mean, not Farron. Fargo and I are pretty much almost the same age. So there's that. But yeah, I don't mind being y'all's mommy. If that's what you guys need?
Hey,
Kiki,
I
maybe
didn't say
you
that.
need a mommy too. So you know what? From now on, don't call me Captain. Call me Mommy. Except for you, Thiala. You don't call me Mommy.
no, thank,
I wouldn't have dreamt of it.
no, thank you, Captain.
It was awkward enough that
Oh,
one
I
time
see
you
what
called
you
me
did
mommy.
But yeah, no, you guys can call me Mommy now.
I don't think
I'd say,
so.
I was about to say something. I was like, man, that sounds. But man, yeah, that's not gonna sound good. I'm just gonna leave that.
I'm curious now what he was going to say.
I think we've wandered off topic.
Yay! We will go.
Kyoki was gonna say, I did have a woman that named that told me to refer to her as mommy. Then I married her.
That's not so bad. Okay, yeah, let's go pull a little bit aside, and I will go have a talk with Little Bit about being different, and stuff,
Well,
and then we'll ask her to see if she can fall asleep.
Sure, but I would suggest with, I don't know, maybe some sort, maybe given the it's a he pauses. I suggest couching it like the various peoples that inhabit the world. You don't want it to sound ostracizing.
Yes, of course.
You know, we could probably fix this with some NyQuil.
Well,
I just told you we weren't drugging her.
I made some earlier, and yes,
It's a medicine. There's a difference. It's a medicine, not a drug. There's a difference.
It is a drug if you're giving it to her and she doesn't need it.
We don't know if she's sick or not. We don't even know what she is. She could have been sick all this time.
We narrowed it down to 2 possibilities. That's good enough for me. And because she looks more like me than she looks around the table, the rest of you guys, then it's safe to assume that she is possibly the second option, which, if I remember correctly, Pinkhair was the fact that, like, a rare type of dragon that doesn't sleep. Which means
Capital
that
Dragon was an option, yeah.
when she gets older and grown up, when I'm dead and in the grave at that point, she will be very powerful, and so we must instill all of the good virtues, that's not from Kiki, into her, so she can be a nice, amazing person. I mean, she's already a nice, amazing child, but she'd be even more nice and amazing. I know what I'm doing here.
Well, I do think
I've had talks with people before.
I do think Kyoki could help in strong feelings management.
He's gonna be like, oh no. He was like teaching her how to be an upstanding citizen and how to love and care and compassionately deal with people. That's for you two. I'll say he's gonna point at Farron and point at you two. But it was like, that's for you two. People like me and Ash, we go around and we make sure that the people who would dare threaten her suddenly disappear.
Anyway, I will go talk to Yusara, and I will call you guys back here shortly. I'm gonna go have a talk with her.
Sounds like somebody's making a trip to the library.
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna look over at Ash. I'm like, that reminds me. Are you? I must say, just looking at you and being around you all the time, you don't exactly seem the huggy, cuddly feelings type of person. Is that a wrong read?
Is that a what?
Wrong read.
Is that a wrong read on you?
Not really. Didn't get much of it growing up, so never really picked it up.
I see. I must hug all of you guys as often as I can.
I've gotten better at it in my old age, but it's still not a skill I've really someone considered normal at.
That's okay. I love all of you almost equally.
You're probably familiar with that. We both grew up in the same place.
I say, he was like, I'm gonna kind of like eye twitch. He was like, yes.
Don't get a lot of hugs in the desert.
That's okay. Mommy Dylan will make sure you guys get all the loving and affection you deserve.
Captain, I thought you were going to talk to Sarah.
I am. And in fact, on her way out the door, she literally hugs everyone. And gives you guys nice little kisses on your foreheads.
Farron will hug back, but find the kiss on the forehead strange.
Fiala waits for you to leave, looks around, closes her book. Like, if you do, any of you call her that in public. And with that, she leaves.
I'll say, Kyoki's gonna be like, she's a good captain. I don't have any. I'll say, he was like, I don't regret murdering anyone for her.
Dylan, going back out onto the deck, you see Mr. T, looks like cleaning one of the cannons. Isura is currently straddling the central cannon like a pony, shouting random stuff that one might see in storybooks for like swashbuckling pirate battles.
Oh, nice.
As Arya is just kind of sitting there, subtly throwing little prestidigitation blasts, so the cannon's actually smoking and making little. It's making noises like it's firing, but it sounds more like a party popper, like cartoony cannon shot. So it's not actually scaring the people that working the docks. But it's still giving Sura the vibe of sitting on top of an active firing cannon, blowing up bad guys.
They're like, hey, honey, mommy needs to speak to you for a minute.
You win this time! And just stops down.
I will hand her a piece of candy.
This bodes well.
And she's like, okay. And we'll take her to like the front of the boat.
This will be a conversation between Sierra and 5-year-old Lynn.
There comes a time in a young child's life when
Wait.
And I must let you know something about your body. And I think you already know a little bit about your body, correct?
She pats herself down and nods, confused.
Yeah. I will pick her up and hold her to me and be like, okay, so mommy noticed that when we go to sleep, you don't sleep. You're not tired.
Tired?
You're not sleepy. Like how I go to sleep at night with, where I snore. Like, that's what I'm trying to imitate a snore sound.
I lay down, and I close my eyes, and that's what you do.
Yes, but I'm coming to the understanding, though, that you don't sleep. Like, you're aware of everything around you until I get up.
Well, yeah, but so was Ash.
Well, he has something different, which you can classify as a trance. He goes into a trance, and that's how he gets his sleep.
Yeah, like this.
Yes, well, but you don't really sleep. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not sleeping. But I guess the question is, have you tried to sleep? Like, have you tried to fall asleep?
Have you tried not being human?
Right? Oh my god! I feel like Farron should be having this conversation.
No, this is going exactly like I hope it would.
Yeah, I want to advise you, but I'm not there.
I thought I was.
Perfectly.
It's nothing wrong with that, honey. It's just we are learning that we think we know what you might be. Like, as much as I would like you to be of my own flesh and blood, I don't think you are my own flesh and blood. I mean, well, I don't think. I know you're not my own flesh and blood.
Well, I'd say I know we're not related because you took me from Grandpa and Grandpa.
Oh, I mean, took is a strong word.
I mean, yeah, they gave permission. I think they adopted you too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying is.
Yeah, I'm just so what it is I think you're a being, a powerful being that doesn't sleep, and there's nothing wrong with not sleeping. You don't have to pretend to sleep. You can cuddle with me until you get bored, and that way, when you are unable to, if you get bored, you can get up and go play with Daddy Ash and keep him company. You don't have to just stay cuddled up next to me and, lay there bored out your mind. You're getting older. You're going to want to do things, and I don't want to be the reason that you're held back.
I mean, I'm not bored, and I do that sometimes anyway, so...
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That said, Daddy Kiki wants to give you something to see if it will put you to sleep. Would you be okay with trying that?
Sure.
Okay, cool. And just so you know, it's okay to be different, okay? Different is good. Different is amazing. I was different too growing up. I'm different now. I'm not special different. I'm different.
I've always been different. She taps the horns. Until I met you, I was the only one who had these.
Hey,
The
those are
bad man
amazing.
took me and locked me up in the ship because I had these.
Oh, well, that's just because he didn't know any better. He wasn't very bright, okay? Bright people do crazy things like that.
Yeah, Matt may have forgotten, given how long ago it was. When you guys first met her, she was locked up in the brig of the Sea Ghost there.
Yeah, she was manacled, as I recall.
Yeah.
It was sad.
And the manacles are still there.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I said throw her back.
Yeah,
You
you
did.
did.
I still stand by that. More trouble than she's worth.
Given Farron's childhood, he would not want to do that to her. Like, he'd fight to prevent that.
Oh, I know. Fargo doesn't care that much.
I must say, throwing her back ruins the ship's dynamic, and that's pretty much the main reason why Kyoki doesn't want her going back.
You bring a vibe to the ship.
She's part of the crew. Captain likes her.
The captain adopted her with all of your guys' signature on it. Cough, cough.
Yeah. I said, trust me, when tax season rolls around, we'll write her off.
You're like, okay, let's go see Daddy Kiki. Try that out. And just know that Mommy loves you.
Okay.
And that I would murder anybody who hurts you.
Wait, was that your inside voice?
Killing is wrong. Okay?
Stealing is wrong.
Let's go see Daddy Kiki.
Just so you know, what I'm imagining is if she is a capital D dragon, that she has a dragon, quote unquote bites someone and then spits them out later. I didn't kill them. Splat.
Just a quick and easy way to figure out if she's a dragon. We just need to put a sheep in front of her, see if she gets hungry.
Well, I mean, I like out of sheep and I get hungry for veal.
I will carry Yusara with me back to the cabin quarters.
Interesting, because veal is baby cow, so I'm not sure why a sheep makes you...
White,
Well,
sheep
to
are
be fair,
white, cows are white. Sometimes.
To be fair, she hasn't tried to eat the chickens either.
Okay, guys, Yusara and I are back.
No, she
also
feeds
hasn't
them,
tried
she
to-
chases them around the room, but she hasn't tried, aside from when people have cooked them, she hasn't gone out of her way to eat them.
I'd like to make an insight
She
roll
also
of
hasn't
Sarah to gauge her confusion level.
Yeah, she also hasn't tried to
You
eat
can
the
do
food,
that.
so that's good.
Oh, roll 20.
Well, that you can-
roll 20. I can roll that. Oh, I'm supposed at the GM. There we go. Back to public. You saw the roll anyway.
It's like, I mean, yeah, there's confusion. There's also I think there's some confusion. There's a sense of duh, and there's a sense of we're finally getting to this.
Oh my god, she's all the time.
Like, okay.
Because
Contact,
there's things Sierra has said that it's like, okay, this has just been a fact of life for me. I'm surprised we're bringing it up now. There's things that are like, well, no, shit, this has just been obvious, and there's shit like, what the fuck are you talking about? So it's,
I'm God. Why didn't you just ask me?
it's
It's like, okay, guys.
because
Daddy
I feel
Kiki.
like she'd be aware. It's like, I mean, yeah, I lay down and close my eyes. What am I doing wrong?
Like,
For as long
all
as
right,
I've been
Daddy.
alive, I've been the only one with horns until I met you. Yeah, I'm obviously different.
Like, I knew I was different from the start.
You don't get many tieflings living under the sea.
Mm-hmm. Just like, all right, Daddy Kiki, she's agreed to try your NyQuil.
Okay.
I will place Yusara in his lap. I take a seat.
Has anybody actually rolled to make NyQuil?
I made the
I was
sleeping
about
drought.
to.
earlier.
Okay, we're rolling against that. Okay.
But Kyoki, do you actually have a sleeping drought?
I don't, but I have a poisoner's kit.
So that will take some time to make a sleeping potion, or you can use the one David's already got.
I mean, we can use if he already has some. If he already has some,
Because quite frankly, whatever you make is probably gonna be the same thing he made.
Remember, I made it
Yeah.
for bland. Turned out we didn't need to.
Yeah. Yeah. That works perfectly.
Because I'm going to give this to Yusara, I would like to does the magic meeting room have the typical, like, quote unquote small table with coffee off to the side?
Given the size of the room, it's more likely a shelf and laid into the wall. But yeah,
Okay.
if you guys had wanted to set something like that up, you probably could have. It was probably a liquor cabinet before.
In that case, unless I know to the contrary, I would like to add sugar to it to make it taste better for Yusara.
Okay.
Because, like, I was making this for bland, I wasn't thinking about flavoring.
Well, fuck you, Milan.
Better for me.
I said, you're not going to give the horse a sugar cube? That's fucked up.
But it's also fucked up.
Anything that applies to this before I roll?
Well, I mean, it was made via the medicine roll.
No, I know what you did.
Oh, you're talking about, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at her
Okay.
sheet to see if before I roll her saving throw versus
I thought you were asking me a question.
No, I'm checking to see if she has anything that applies aside from the obvious thing that applies.
Condition immunity sleep.
Yeah, you're lucky she doesn't have that. And you haven't given her any items to that effect, so. Because that was one of the things I had to check. Is like, what magic items have you loaded this poor girl down with?
Well, I was gonna get back to Saltmarsh. She's gonna have a nice set of fire-resistant armor.
Yeah. Here we go. Save versus effectively drow poison.
Jesus fuck.
You wait a minute. Wait 2 minutes just to make sure. Nothing.
Did
Yeah, I
not
didn't
put
think it-
in enough sugar.
And that's the problem.
It's like, okay. That just takes us back to the drawing board.
Oh, wait. Aha. Hold up.
She seems to light up at the idea of drawing boards.
Do you have any more pills, by any chance?
I can make some more.
I say, I didn't know if you had a spare one left.
No, I made it for a balloon.
Given the circumstances, You are dosing a child.
Yeah.
So, unless you wanted to give her the full dose, you could have cut it in half to a child's dose, in which case you would have a second use.
Okay. Then
I don't know if
yes,
you gave her the adult dose in the hope of really knocking her ass out or what, but
I would then have another dose left. So yes.
yeah.
So, hold on.
Or do we need more because she's
Okay.
she's really a Fae.
I mean, this is y'all's fault. Y'all trained her to be proficient in con saves.
Okay, cool. All right. Go, say,
I wanted her not to be roofied in the future.
I'm gonna say, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say, while she's sitting there, I'm just gonna kind of look at him like, it's like, okay, so what I want you to do is I am going to try to cast a spell, and what I need you to do is I need you to not resist it. That sound good?
Okay.
Awesome.
Magic
Go give him
immunity.
another lollipop.
So, I must say, such a wonderful little girl. I'm glad that we have something in common. He'll must say, patting her obviously white hair.
Hmm.
I also can do something along those lines, if need be.
Okay. Let's give her another drug, and I am going to use. I must say, as she makes her check, I'm going to use Agent of Fate.
And before she makes her check, I'm going to use Bane.
Well, I have to save versus Bane now, too. Do I have to save versus Agent of Fate?
Must say, you can choose to fail it.
Okay.
You can choose to fail it. Yeah.
Okay.
You can choose
So
to
what does
fail
Agent of
that.
Fate do?
Agent of Fate. On a failed save, I can spend any number of my Fate dice to increase or decrease the target's roll. So I'm going to use 5d4 to lower whatever her next roll is.
On the bright side, I don't think she's going to have a... Oh my gosh, really?
She's very
Are we
strong.
have to use a fate point just to... Wait. Hold on.
Plus a character point?
We've got all these cards here.
We've trained her too well.
Curses, we're a victim of our own success.
I retroactively have used that card. I know it says, but
I know we've done this kind of thing before, so yeah, I'll let you spend the card too. Okay.
okay, she fails.
Matt's like, we're getting it. God damn it.
Okay.
You are going to sleep.
So she's baned. Your fate thing does what?
I imagine Fargo, while casting Bane, since he's a bard, is reading "Go the fuck to sleep."
Okay, let's see. Come on. So whatever her roll is, minus 10.
Like
Minus a d4.
for when I give her nap time, it sounds
Yeah.
like.
So Bane, minus 10, minus a d4. Watch this bitch roll like a crit or some shit.
Even at a crit, though, she's at. Depending on Bane, we get.
Anyone got silvery barbs? Don't tell me this is the one game where you don't fucking have silvery barbs.
Bards don't get it. That's a wizard
yeah.
spell.
I'm talking about every other game. I was like, God damn it, every game I run, everybody has silvery
Again,
barbs.
you guys don't have any wizards. That's
a
a wizard spell.
I mean, I can
We've
pick
been
it up.
trying to find a wizard. We just can't find one.
Okay. Let's see how this second dose goes. Oh, thank God.
God damn.
That gift looks intense.
I'm so sorry, baby girl. I'm so sorry.
Even more sugar.
Mhm.
You know what the fun thing is? If I hadn't used Agent of Fate, she would have made it. All right, so that
Yeah.
that's not for the next 8 hours.
14. Bane might have been a little over the top, but
No, Bane's always good. The more she feels bad, I guess the more it takes effect. I don't know.
hopefully she's asleep.
I don't think it's been confirmed yet.
Because
I mean, she fails.
The,
He seems to be asleep.
Oh, okay. How's her
Grinner is
breathing?
still
Is it
with-
slow?
right.
Is it slow enough to be asleep?
maybe she's
Insight?
Wait, would that be medicine? Does I know if she's asleep?
Well, you're asking, does she, whatever, yeah,
Whatever, they're the same thing.
we can do medicine at a different DC.
I mean,
I can do insight.
yeah, but it's the
if
same
you
thing.
want.
So, there we go.
Actually, no, my insight's trash. Never mind.
Well,
My
somebody
insight
roll
is the opposite of
insight
trash.
who's not trash, and then somebody rolls the medicine who's not trash.
I am trash at both.
I'm only good at investigation.
I roll investigation to deduce whether she's asleep.
I mean, I feel like
Here,
I'm the
as
only.
you can tell, she is asleep. It's not a very deep sleep.
She appears to be in stage 1 sleep.
That's good though. Somebody go get the chip from upstairs and let her know we are ready. I will hold my order now. Daddy, see if you will hand her back to me.
Question, Tris. Does Farron know who Arya is? I may have asked this before.
I mean, Arya, the bard that you guys met in Saltmarsh.
Okay.
As far as I know, you have no reason to know anything beyond that.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. Okay.
And there's been no indicators that would do anything to prompt a roll, so.
I just wanted to make sure I watched the character actually knew. Okay. Oh shit. Guys. It's okay, because the modifier was so high, but she would have been within range of my aura.
Yeah.
That's what, +5?
It's +5.
Okay, then apparently, well, no, even still, the Bane was a little overkill.
I just realized, it's like, oh shit! I'm the problem!
+5.
I mean, if I want to be a
plus
dick, I can
3.
re-roll.
No. We won't make it if you re-roll. We got her at 8 on the dice. We will not be that lucky.
So,
Yeah, I don't
so,
think we can replicate this anytime soon.
Who's getting Laurie?
I said I picked up Yusara from Daddy Kiki, so assuming he handed her back over,
Yeah. Mouse, once she falls asleep, he was like, here you go.
and then I will
What?
climb. I will climb. Well, we weren't going. I was telling somebody to go get her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that we can do it here in the conference room, and then I'm
The
going
very
to
crowded conference room.
Yes. Then I'm going to climb across the table to sit in Fargo's lap with my feet up on the table and like get comfortable for the spell. And then go ahead and link everybody in the room.
Okay, I don't know how you got her to sleep, but the problem is that the spell does not work on creatures that do not sleep.
Oh.
Do not sleep or do not
Lovely.
dream.
If they do not sleep, the spell then they do not connect to the dreaming realm, and in their case, the spell cannot work on them. Like I cannot cast it on an elf, for example, because they trance, and that is not sleeping. Therefore, the spell does not work on them.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay then. Okay.
No,
then.
congratulations! You found the way to get the sleepless one to sleep. I suppose that's. I guess I'll work on a song of that because that's I guess legendary.
It's a new experience for her.
So,
Might be frightening.
we're not gonna say how we got her to sleep. We're just gonna leave that part out.
Yeah. For fear that The authorities come looking for us.
Okay, well then,
Shut.
I guess we have to figure out then whose brain are we going to be able to go into.
What do you mean? Like, what is our goal? Like, why
I feel
do
like
we
we've lost sight of the goal.
I feel like there's a key piece of information missing.
Yeah, regarding the 3 dragons. I don't think Matt was there for that, though.
Matt was there for that. I don't know if he was paying attention, but he was there for that.
Does anyone have the Edict memory advantage? Sorry, feet.
I don't think
I don't think they call it.
do.
I think they call it keen mind.
Oh, let me see, because I
I'm
know
double
Key
checking that,
Mind
but I
I'm
think it's called
taking-
keen mind in 5th.
Yeah, but I think that's right. Because it actually call it Edict memory. It says you remember everything from yada yada.
Yeah, it's like eidetic memory is GURPS. Keen mind. I'm pretty sure it's keen mind for 5e.
Oh, well, then I do have Key Mind, yes. I forget
Yeah,
that's
but
something I...
I'm double checking that now, but I believe
Awesome.
anything you have seen or heard within the past month. Yeah,
Awesome. In that case, then you can remember.
that's it.
Oh,
You can
Matt's
remember.
trying to say something.
There was
Matt's trying to-
you were informed by Master Sersha about the theory that when the primordial dragons died, because energy cannot be destroyed, it just changes states, and souls are energy, and when a physical body dies, the soul passes it. The essence of it becomes the energy of the soul, which then goes into the life stream, and then is eventually returned to the life cycle in new form. And that the cult has theorized that the primordial dragons have been reincarnating as well. Hence, the cult of Azos is trying to find Azos, the primordial dragon that tried to kill all the other dragons. You were trying to see, so you were trying to use the dream ritual to check for reincarnate, to do the reincarnation test, kind of like what the Buddhists, and the guys looking for the Dalai Lama and shit do. Since you didn't have access to the very obscure yokai rituals that they used to do it, so you thought you might be able. There was the theory that you could use the dreaming spell to kind of call forth memories from past lives.
No, that's fair.
So in theory, you were going to use the dream spell on somebody you suspected of having past lives, either as one of the primordial dragons, or I guess just to see if the past life theory was even feasible.
So at this point, Fargo's going to look up and be like, so just so that we're all clear here, and seeing that I'm looking at, he looks around, goes, you can't make her dream.
No, the spell just cannot work on a being that does not naturally sleep.
We're trying to confirm if there's people reincarnating.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, sorry, we didn't have that. I mean, I can, wait, hold on. Do we want her to know that? Oh, let's see.
I guess...
Well, she's your friend, isn't she?
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, we are assuming you consider her a friend, so we, by senses, are okay if she knows.
Yeah, I suppose. Fargo doesn't 100% consider her a friend, but he doesn't want to explain all the grin politics to everyone. So, it's weird. And he's not 100% sure what's going on there. Okay. So, can you get all of us into a dream without Dylan driving?
Well, okay, so in order to bring more than just the messenger, aka select the one person into somebody else's dream, they need to be linked telepathically. And the person who is being the messenger needs to be the one maintaining the link. So, from what you obviously have just said, Dylan here has some telepathic capacity. I don't know if anyone else in your party has the ability to link multiple minds together. I could link multiple minds together. Kristen needs to double check a spell real fast.
Well,
1 second.
as far as I know, Dylan sleeps. Dylan has weird dragon horns.
Yes. I could link all of you into a telepathic bond, at which point you guys could choose who is being the messenger, because that spell links everyone equally versus having one person initiate.
Okay. So my suggestion then is Dylan sleeps, and we all brain dive into Dylan.
But I don't dream. And plus, I'm like you guys. I wouldn't know what the ask is. I don't know.
Well, if what it sounds like you're trying to do, you just need to be asleep. It's the messenger who would shape the dream to try and get that information.
Oh, great. Yeah. Are you sure it can't be somebody else? Like, I don't know. We could go back in Fargo's head.
Yeah, we were already in my head.
And give me a second. Okay, yes, it would work on you, because you do sleep. You just don't connect to the plane of dreams in the traditional sense. So, yeah, that could be, for what you are trying to do, that might be a help. I'm not sure. Never attempted this before.
Yeah, but, I mean, does it have to be my head? Like, can't we go in somebody else's head to find
For
this
what it
information?
sounds like you were trying to do, you would want to, whoever's head you are going into would have to be the person that you are trying to find the specific reincarnation information about. So if you're looking for, like, the life story of a particular soul, you have to go into the current host of that particular soul.
Yeah, so why are we going? Why did you pick me?
We're just looking for proof of reincarnation. Yes.
Oh, if you're looking for proof of reincarnation, you can talk to a priest. They can prove it.
Of dragons, specifically. Yes.
Are you looking for the reincarnation of a dragon in general, or specific dragon? Because normal dragons, at least, I mean, when they die, presumably they have souls, and those souls would do what all the other souls do. I mean,
but if we're looking for dragons that are reincarnating, Little Bit has dragon horns. Dylan has dragon horns.
that she does. Ding! And pokes her finger on one of the Isura's horns.
It makes sense to me that we.
I just don't think we're gonna find what we're looking for if we go inside my head. Like,
I mean, I follow your logic, but now I'm not the one who needs to give consent here.
Looks over at Farron and Kiki. Yoki.
I only go dream diving if the subject is willing.
I just don't think I am the subject. I'm just saying that. I'm pretty sure it's not me that we should be diving into.
I'm willing to, so long as you're okay. So long as you're okay with seeing what's in here.
We'll even let you choose which of us gets to shape your dream. Fargo has the evil grin on his face.
Oh, that's fairly simple. I'm picking Ileana.
Okay.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to the rest of you. Mama loves you almost all the same.
Captain.
Captain.
I mean, I'll do it if you want, but I don't like bringing this up, and I don't know if any of you've noticed, but I don't know if it'll have an effect or not, but I'm not sure you want a blind woman shaping your dreams.
I forgot she was blind.
This is the first time she's mentioned it. Anything else has just been context clues.
Yeah,
I can try. It's a dream. I don't know. It might not be an issue. It will make things really surreal. I've never seen anything before, so I don't know what kind of effect that'll have. Just,
Okay, that's fair.
He was blind. I'll say, remember he went to he went to her cabin and saw her moving stuff out the way. Like I'll say, so yeah, like Hyoki knows that she's blind because like he was the one who hired her. But
That's
I'm about to say I don't think we actually. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I don't think Hyoki actually told the rest of you.
I'd say Kyoki never mentioned it. I know GM has dropped context clues with like things she's done with behaviors, but yeah, she hasn't brought it up until now.
It's just like, okay, that's fair. And what's
Oh yes, by the way, she's blind.
regarding the
Like,
boat?
I'm willing to try. I'm just thought you should know beforehand.
No, you have a fair point. In which case, would you mind guarding the boat in case like somebody tries to attack us?
Oh
Yeah,
no! Guarding the boat while it's on water? Yeah, I'm invisible. I can do that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. We will go that. You will guard the boat. And
Don't worry, you're covered under the Ladrinians with Disabilities Act.
and in which case then my next best option would be Ash.
Okay.
There's a problem with that.
From a in-game narrative standpoint, Ash can be the messenger if you would like. That said, since Ash is currently in NPC mode, another PC would actually be doing the shaping. You guys could shape as a group if you would like, feeding off each other or whatever, and just say Ash is the one doing it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and then
but given this is a narrative-heavy moment, the NPC cannot be doing, cannot mechanically be doing the driving.
I'm okay if for like on paper Ash is the one driving, but the rest of the PCs are the ones shaping.
Yeah, so if you're fine with that, then we can do it that way.
Oh, see, I don't know how to work that because mentally I can't put myself in Ash's shoes, so I don't know how Ash is going to shape.
Well, it would be, again, it's like, because the idea is that you guys are, how the spell works is the messenger, the one in control, does things to shape the environment, and in this case you're trying to shape the environment to prompt a specific response. Since you guys will be telepathically linked, you guys can discuss how you want to shape the environment, and then Ash can be the one to actually execute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd still be you guys making the
basically someone
decisions, he's
Ash
just the
will-
one actually doing the follow-through.
Yeah. Which means that I can suggest practical jokes, but
Yeah.
Again, Dylan is still uncomfortable with this. As she makes it pointedly clear, she doesn't believe that she would be the one to even have access to such information.
Well, to be fair, Dylan herself might not know this, but we won't know till we try. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. I don't know about this.
So
Well, I mean, are you in a rush? You could take a day to think about it. I got nowhere to be. Like I said, my last party ditched me.
they sound
Yeah,
mean.
damn, okay.
No,
Yeah,
they were
let
just
me-
busy. They had somewhere to be.
Let me. I just don't believe it's me that can help us with this. This I do the helping. I don't foresee this thing here. Okay, let's break for lunch. It's 11 C's. So
She's going to wake up soon.
yes. I'm going to take her with me and to make up for drugging her.
Well, she seemed to be
I'm
okay
going
with
to
it.
take her to a nice cafe in town and spend some lovely mother-daughter time with us. Let's see, Daddy Kiki just.
So we just
spent time with her.
giving up on this.
That's what she thought. That's what she thought of it. Well,
We're giving up on it. I think that
no. Dylan just said she needed time.
she's stalling.
Yeah, pretty much. She is very much stalling.
That's great.
So,
I'll give you a shiny platinum piece. I'll give you a shiny platinum piece if you do it.
I'm not money driven. I don't know if you noticed that. So
I don't know. You seem to be pretty. Yeah. Okay. Let's
Money
see.
driven, you say? Horns, money-driven.
I'm
Apparently
not
has a reputation
money-
for lightning. Interesting.
I do have a thing
Interesting.
for lightning, but I
And Fireball.
and fireball.
Do you like
but I'm
laying
not-
in money?
No, I'm
Can we
not
make her
money
duck?
driven. In fact, I am pretty much known to be over tipping and giving more money than necessary.
Do
I
you
give
sleep
money
more
away.
often than you're awake?
I mean, I'm up late, and so I try to sleep in late. Like, I
She
go to
does
bed probably about 2, 3 in the morning, and then, if the crew doesn't wake me up, I'm asleep until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Are you
does
prone to
have what
rapid
some might
bouts of
consider-
massive eating followed by massive bouts of sleep?
I mean,
And drink.
yeah, definitely drinking, but like, who isn't?
I can't say me because I definitely like to drink.
Let's see, and you've got the Scottish accent. Interesting. Okay.
What's so interesting about that?
No, just, I got a checklist, and nothing definitive yet.
I'm just saying, the money thing is not, you can take that off your checklist because I'm, again, not into money. Money doesn't make me happy. Making people smile and feel safe makes me happy.
As well as big warm dogs.
Okay.
Big,
We
big
have
warm
spent a
fuzzy.
lot of-
Well, when you
But-
make up your mind, let me know. In the meantime, the little girl was telling me about something called a hot tub, so I think I'll go check that out.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's.
make
What
yourself at
would that be, the 4?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, it's at the 4.
Yeah, the 4 of the deck. What on most ships is the bathroom, but in this case is the jacuzzi.
all right.
It doubles both if smart.
Considering on
Well,
most
let's
ships,
see.
what you do is just stick your butt over the side of the boat and do your business.
Yeah, just do your biz. Just go.
But no, this
Okay.
boat came with actual bathrooms, actual shitters.
Since she hangs out with Daddy Farron, and she just hung out with Daddy Kiki. So when she wakes up, we're gonna go to a cafe. In which case, Daddy Fargo and Daddy Ash can join us.
Margaret's gonna laugh and be like, okay. So are we going to tell her about how brave she was and how brave you're going to be tomorrow?
What are you talking?
That sounds amazing.
What are you talking about? No, we're not gonna.
That a mother should, I must say, a mother should set the example for the type of person she wants her daughter to be when she grows up.
I feel like you
Not-
guys are
Other way
pulling like.
around. We ask so much of the daughter that we're not willing to do ourselves.
What are you
Mm-hmm. I must say, words of wisdom, young Fargo.
I feel like this is the setup, and you guys are. Miss Jew wakes up. We want words.
It is 100% not a setup. In no way, shape, or fashion is it a setup. I would never lie to you.
We are going to have words. You, me, her. His name is escaping me, but Matt, the Fargo knows it. And I can't cheat because Tristan's name is Storyteller when I look at it.
Yep. I don't make
His
that shit
name is
easy for you.
Ash. I remember Ash and Farron. Mostly because I
You
wrote
remember
two
Ash right now. You're not going to remember it later.
See, I just remember janitor.
That's okay. Because I wrote your name down. I won't forget this time. So who's on me?
And Ash, Dylan. Dance.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed this. Dylan's a little bit gullible, so she would have believed you regardless.
Yeah, but it's absolutely not a setup. What are you talking about?
Well, that's fair. Anyway, she will place a little bit in
that.
Fargo's arms as she goes once again around the table, give you hugs and kisses on the forehead. Of course, stopping at Fargo, taking Yasara from his arms and giving him a hug and a kiss on the forehead and be like, okay. But she wakes up, I will come get you and Ash, and we will go to a cafe and have tea with them.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Fioki's gonna look and be like, this is a weird crew. Still like it though.
This is also a weird way for the group to stall, but the changeover between GMs for the next adventure.
I was trying to get it done. I don't know why she doesn't want to do it.
Dylan has the insecurities. And
The dream
she's
thing isn't the next
scared.
adventure. That's something you guys just decided you wanted to do. But we can't do the changeover until you resolve that.
That's
That's
okay.
what I was like, dude. I was like, just let someone do the dream. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it. I'm like, there's not a big deal.
Well, see, I think Fargo's point of if we're looking for evidence of dragon reincarnation, we should look at the one with the other dragon horns.
Actually,
What did you
said,
hear? Oh,
That's
Steve,
good.
you agrees. Dylan is just like terrified.
why should you be terrified? You're the captain. Captains are never scared.
Yeah,
She
it would
and
be.
she has
it would be
reasons why
embarrassing.
she's scared. She just
It would
hasn't
be
shared it with the group yet. That's all.
It would be embarrassing for you to be scared after a little bit was so brave.
You can't keep doing that, man.
Are you going to tell us that the captain is more terrified than a little child?
Oh my god.
That's
Okay, fine.
insane.
Let's get it reversed then. Let's go ahead and get this over with. And then when we wasted her mana because it was pointless to do this, then I will say I told you so, and you guys can worship me for a whole week and let me sleep in late without complaining about the fact that I'm sleeping late.
I don't believe I've ever complained. Has anyone ever complained about her sleeping in late?
Not
She definitely
really.
doesn't hear me complain.
But yeah, come on. I will go ahead. I'm gonna go to bed. I will go to my room and climb into bed. You guys can cast the spell.
Dealing with
Fine,
Kiki
anyway.
and
might not
dealing
need
with
to cast
Kiki and questions of persuasion. Just like, what is your lying? Let's see, how is your lying higher than mine?
Huh? What's yours?
You're lying. Mine's plus 14. Oh, you must have a higher charisma score?
I have a 5.
Oh, that's impressive. I have a 4.
I'm a warlock. I have to do prison.
Fair.
Not say for what little casting I can do. I need charisma for.
Dylan will go to bed because, like she said, she is tired.
A few
So we
hours
have
later,
evidence.
we finally figured out what we're doing.
Yeah. So we're gonna deep dive into the captain's head.
Okay, Arya will connect everyone with Rari's telepathic bond.
White-haired one's the messenger, and we're all just gonna kind of help him shape the world.
Yep. Ash has been chosen as messenger. Theala will guard the door to make sure that both Arya doesn't do anything and that you guys don't do anything to Dylan while she's sleeping.
Oh yeah, I don't want to wake up with a mustache on my face.
Yep.
It's okay, I'm a doctor.
Beast. Just gonna put her boobies.
All right. So she will weave the magics. She will send you guys all whooshing into Dylan's head. Again, most of you have taken on the forms of balls of light. Ash's dream avatar is not very inspired. It's basically just him.
So, are we actually going to play out this whole scene here, or are we?
Give me some idea of how the players think they can direct this. I was like, I don't need like a full narration, but I need like a general vibe you guys are going for.
I was thinking we put her in a giant library with every story of the past she can remember.
Hmm.
Not just that she can remember, but every story of her past, whether or not remembers it.
I say she has keen
Then
mind, so in theory, she at one point at least she remembered everything. So that,
The character doesn't know that.
you've known her long enough to know
But-
her memory is very sharp. So yeah,
She's very sharp. But I imagine
Yeah.
that Fargo has gotten something that she claims that she remembered.
She remembers her birth. Like she's done stated that she remembers being born. Like
Wow.
she has
Being
stated
born,
that.
huh?
okay.
And Fargo's probably like, yeah, right, whatever. She's like, no, it's true. I remember being born.
Okay, so I got one pitch for a library. Anybody else have either their own idea or a yes and they want to put onto that?
She definitely likes reading, so do you remember that endless library from Discovery?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that.
Okay, so David's going really expansive, fancy library. Brian,
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
I say Brian, you got anything you want
Also
to throw in
thinking
here?
like I'm also thinking like Beauty and the Beast, like the Beast Library, make it look like super fancy, and maybe like some really comfortable Barnes and Noble's chairs.
And maybe a locked door at the end that says something along the lines of more this way or something like that. And if she has more than she can remember, then she'll have the key to the door.
Oh, nice.
Thoughts? I mean, David said nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Sounds good.
Okay,
So, wait, I didn't expect people to agree with me.
I mean, I did a little see. Fargo's a little shocked that everyone's just like suddenly coming to agreement. But
I mean, most of us have been at agreement. It's just been the captain who hasn't been at agreement.
Fargo's now trying to think of one more thing to add for Ash that will just play with. Can you, and then just for me, can you add a bucket with a really long string and fill that bucket with
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so Ash will try to focus his mental energies in a way that obviously he's not accustomed to, because again, his magic is both a combination of magitech and manipulating temperature, because he's a cryomancer, so this is whole new territory for him. But he is able to, based on your guys' inspirations and descriptions and the fact that, through the link, he can actually kind of get a picture of what you guys are trying to describe to him. He's able to pull together this, this library. Those of you who have been to Dylan's father's place will see, definitely see, like, it looks reminiscent of the library at his manor.
Okay.
For you specifically, Farron, you're also seeing And you're not sure if Ash did this, or if this is coming in from Dylan's subconscious, or what, or this is just coming in from the ether. There's a sense of familiarity here, and the more you move through it, the more you get the sense that this kind of reminds you of artistic depictions you've seen of, like, Ayun's library. Might have something to do with the scope that you guys, asked him to create.
Okay.
It was like, due to the size and everything, it kind of has that vibe.
Okay.
So that could be coincidence, that could be some kind of influence, you're not sure. It's just, you get that vibe. You even have Dylan moving through it. Presumably Dylan is Dylan going with the flow of the dream here? She finds herself walking through this library.
Yeah. She's gone with the flow. She's not finding anything.
Okay, going with the flow, you find yourself moving through this, again, the library. You don't remember this particular library, but it feels like home. Again, it kind of feels like your dad's library, but you don't remember your dad's library being this vast. But you definitely see, like, that's the corner where you used to, like, build a fort out of books and try to hide from Fiala. That's the table you got in trouble with your stepmother for because you carved, something obscene and dwarvish in one of the legs and thought she wouldn't notice because it was on the inside underneath.
Yes, that's
The bucket. The bucket.
It's like you do see a strange hanging bucket that is tempting to mess with. You're not required to, but there is a temptation there. And as you're moving through, whether you decide to mess with the bucket or not, that's your call.
No, she won't mess with the bucket right now. It's no fun if Fargo's not here.
It's like as you're moving through, you find yourself being drawn. You feel yourself being drawn in like a particular direction towards through the maze of books, and you do eventually find yourself at a particular shelf. On that shelf is a book that feels oddly familiar and very comforting.
Oh. We'll pick the book up.
As you go to draw the book from the shelf, and you hold it in your hand, you're like, you remember, you see it, and it's like, okay, this is one of the books that Jack used to read to you.
R.I.P. Jack.
And as you're opening it and flipping through, you find yourself having like. It's bringing up memories. You got happy memories of like you and Jack, and like Jack and your mom and all that. But then you're also finding, and as you're flipping through, you start getting towards that day, the day where Jack passed. And you find that you feel like your perspective is shifting. Like that, as you're getting into the memories of that day, it's not your memories anymore. It's Jack's memories. That when he imparted a piece of himself on you. A part of him, obviously imprinted on you. Hence the whole, the physical changes you went through.
Yeah.
But the piece he imparted in you that caused those physical changes seems to be you feel like it, like he's still with you. Like he might have imparted a piece of his actual essence into you when he did that. So you were seeing memories of him that day. You're getting flashes of past lives. Or maybe it's not past lives, but past lifetimes, because, being a dragon, he could be old as fuck, so...
Yeah.
He could have lived multiple, not necessarily reincarnated, but has lived multiple lives. But again, you're getting this out-of-body vibe that, very much these are not your memories, these are his.
Yeah.
One of the most potent and feels... painful, sharp. Dylan's never died that I remember, but this feels like what you would admit. The pain is intense. This is what you would imagine death might feel like.
Yeah, she was close to death, but she's never died. Yeah.
And you've seen Jack in his draconic form. It feels like this is you, but the sense of self, the vision of self you're seeing, it's like it's you, but it's not the Jack form you're familiar with. So. Maybe this is another life of his?
Mm-hmm.
You see this? it's like a dragon of ethereal, or primordial energy, just giving a death cry as it, becomes undone.
Wow.
I like the fade on that.
Cosmic Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Nice!
And you get that, and then you get the sense that something else is now guiding these visions. It feels like the presence of Jack feels like it has come down and is trying to guide your memory back towards that night.
Okay, we'll let it. We're not gonna fight it. I don't want to. Like, Dylan hesitates to like flip the page to that night, but she grins and bears it and flips the page. Let's go. I don't want to go, but we'll go. We'll see where he's leading me.
Down the rabbit hole.
And you are pulled to a specific time. You see him he flies away. You see him battling. There's it's not, at first you think it's seeing through his eyes, you think he's actually fighting another dragon, but there's like, no, this dragon's, it's incorporeal. It's more like a construct, or like the shadow of a dragon, like something possibly like a wizard could conjure in the form of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And as it smashes him down to the ground, you see other forms running up to where he has come down in an effort to start raining blows on him. And as he's fighting back, you're able to make out faces of individuals. That Tristan is having to pull up, so give me a second. Let's say specifically 3 individuals. It'll be interesting to see if the players remember these guys. It's like the first 2 rushing forward to try and, finish him. One, the male, who draws your attention because, like you, he has the horns, but his eyes are abyssal black pools, and wielding in his hand is a blade that seems to be composed of pure darkness. It actually seems to be consuming the light around it. On his left is another woman, also horned individual, plate mail. What catches your attention for her, however, is her armor. Pristine plate, with a helmet that has a T-shaped vision slot. However, very similar to Ash's. However, unlike Ash's, she does not have the glass in the way. She also has 2 swords on her back, 2 sheaths on her back, 1 sword in hand as she's coming to finish the dragon. And hanging back is a third woman in robes. You get the sense of, Dylan, not Jack. Dylan is getting the sense of that darkness, dark vibe that you felt before. The dreaming dark radiating from this third individual. images for reference.
The image of the man looks familiar.
The
Yeah.
players have seen the man before in one of the cutscenes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
I remember the woman in the robe as well. I don't remember the middle image.
The middle one has not been seen before. The other two have appeared in cutscenes.
Okay.
And they are able to deal mortal blows to Jack. The man seems to be trying to, as he's striking down with one hand, he seems to be trying to draw this yellowish, sparkly energy, similar to when you saw the coming from the dragon there. Seems to be trying to draw it out of Jack into himself. But Jack is able to throw them off and fly away before the memory disconnects, presumably to where he had his final moments with you.
Oh no.
And again, that's where the memories disconnect, and now you're just back to flipping through the book, those more happier memories returning. Until you get to the end of the book, it's like, okay, you finished flipping through. His guidance seems to have imparted whatever guidance it was trying to impart.
Well then.
Given how this spell works, the rest of you have seen all of the same information. You don't without an with your passive insights, or you can make an active insight check to try and get some of the emotional context from how she's reacting.
I will do that.
If not, you're just seeing the montage and don't necessarily have the context to go with it.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the montage. I knew Dylan got a little depressed around this time.
Yeah. It was also around this time where people started saying that she killed the dragon. Killed the dragon. She was just like, that didn't happen, but nobody wanted to believe her. So
Okay, those of you who did roll the insight do get the vibe that she is experiencing these memories just like you are. These are not her memories. This is not like I pulled a past life memory from myself. This is somebody, she is reacting like this is somebody else's visions of somebody else's shit.
Okay.
Obviously, none of the rest of you know about the context about how she got her horns or anything, to my knowledge. But
yeah, she has not shared that. As far
that
as
information has been, the information that again, these are very clearly Jack's memories, not yours, has been imparted to Sierra. And again, the visions have faded. The dream, seemingly the effects of the dream you were seeking have concluded. So you can choose to leave now if you wish.
Dylan wants to leave.
Well, Dylan has to wake up to leave. The rest of them can leave at will.
So we didn't do the door thing to see if she had other past lives.
The door is there. You can see it at the end of the hall. She can attempt to interact with that if she wishes.
Yeah, she'll go on.
But again, there was this major, again, there was clearly, from what she was getting from the book, there was clearly memories of experiences that were not her own just from that as well.
Yeah.
Going through towards the door, in this system, I will call it a charisma save to try and open the door.
Okay, and I think my charisma save is a 10. Let's double check. It is a 10.
You have a plus 10 in charisma, man.
Charisma save.
Yeah, that was, okay,
Yeah.
right, sorcerer,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There,
13. 13 plus is 23.
okay, 23. You are able to open the door. Get the sense of, I know this kind of takes you out a little bit, but it's kind of the best way I can think to describe it. It's like you open the door, and you get like a long white hallway. You remember that, the scene from the second Matrix with like the Keymaster and the different doors?
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of get that on the other side. And you get the feeling that these are all your rooms, these are your doors, so you can open them as you wish now that you've overcome the initial hurdle. You also get feeling, if you pass through that doorway, you feel kind of like you're being carried by a soft, warm current, like like some of the streams you used to play in as a little girl back in the Isles. Like if you just kind of let yourself float, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So,
She
Target,
again
so damn
hesitates.
on a little light form.
She again hesitates because she knows like people are in her dream. But she then like takes a deep breath and be like, "Okay, Jack, guide me," and she will walk on.
Okay, going through the door. You can pick a door if you as you wish. At the far end of somewhere down the way, you can see the whole. Like this hall seems very, somewhat ornate, carved stone. Feels kind of like structures you would see in the dwarven villages back in the Isles. Those little places where you felt at home. As you go further down, you see that the hallway seems to shift, or aspects of the hallway seem to shift. Now it looks more kind of. It's not man-made, but man-made cavern-esque. Like something has come through and shaped this cavern. More. It's got a homey feel to it, at least for you, but it's more lair-esque as opposed to your, carved stone dwarven halls. You can open doors as you wish, and just if you want to explain like what kind of a past life you think might be behind a door, you can do that.
She'll open like one not too far in. That past life will probably have her being like a human healer, and she had like 10 kids of her own in that dream and in that life. So yeah, she'll like peek in and be like, oh, watch like a few memories from it, and then close the door and be like, okay, this is not what I was expecting. She's a little bit weirded out. She'll open another door and Wetch, this one she's like a sea nymph or something. Love has a home on the ocean, and she's like solitude, doesn't live around anybody, before like cities and stuff started being built. After the second one, she'll probably be like, I don't think I need to go any further.
As you open these doors, to everyone else, it's you're standing there peering in. They can kind of form around you to peer through the doorway. For you, however, it's not that you're peering in. It's that like entering a holodeck or something, you have taken on the role of that individual.
Oh, okay.
For as long as you wish to be connected to that life, and then you can just snap back to your body and close the door. But while you are in them, you have like their while you're in them, you have their memories, and you're like, this is my life. Now I know who that is. That's my kid. Yeah, it's like you're living that life until you choose to snap back.
Okay, awesome.
I really hope
if you go further down, you get the sense that it's not that you can access that other hallway, but you feel like that other hallway, again, it feels damaged, it feels fractured, like, again, it's like a piece, not like the whole of somebody else's hallway. So you think, it feels like, but it feels, it not necessarily, doesn't necessarily feel, it's not warding you off, but it's not unwelcoming, but it clearly does not feel like yours. So that is,
so maybe
so what you feel, so based on what you saw earlier, this might be like the fragment of Jack's hallway that he left with you when he saved your life.
Okay, awesome.
When he gave a piece of himself to save you.
Plot twist. If we let her go into too many of these, we might Wanda Maximoff our captain. She's going to come out and be like, I need to find my children.
Not likely, because this is very distinctly, she's like, no, this is not Dylan. This is that lady. This is that lady.
She'll want to go down that hallway, but she's going to be hesitant. She will, however, try to count back, like, years and, like, try and see which door went back to the Battle of the Three Dragon fight.
The hallway seems to... You get the sense, as you've been checking, it seems to be less, you counting, and more like as you're thinking, trying to, like, focus on a particular life. You get the sense of, like, the stream guiding, that current that, you can feel but not see, guiding you towards a particular door.
Oh, awesome. All right.
So if you focus on a particular life and just let the current carry you, it will carry you to a door that, unlike the other doors where it seems to be endless hallway along the side, this door is very definitively last door, end of the hallway. It is a dead end.
Nice.
Okay, awesome. Then yeah, she will open up that door.
Opening that door, like you get the sense of this is not your life, this is not your body, but you have inhabited it because you have opened this door.
The door, yeah.
And you are floating in it's a swirling realm of you feel like you have no tangible self. It's just all a swirling realm of light and color. Kind of like that. Remember that world in Doctor Strange 2 where it was just all paint?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like there's no form, there's no substance. It's just light, color, abstract idea, and shape. And you are going through and taking these abstract elements and giving them form. You have been tasked with giving them form. So you are like going through, and like you feel like you're taking an arm and just dragging it through, and now there's stars in the sky, or dragging it through again, and now you've like formed an orb that you are now like kind of like dabbing with an invisible brush to give like continents and water and the like. And then as you are going through, you sense more than hear a scream behind you, and turn and see a whirling shape of light and energy, very similar to the one in the GIF there, except this one is white. And there seems to be a black one attached to what, for want of a better term, seems to be its neck, kind of tearing into it, trying to draw its energy into itself. And as it is doing so, it is growing. Turning towards what you get the sense like this is these are your siblings fighting, and you're like, what the hell? It's like, we don't fight. This is, and the first time you've actually seen or experienced violence, you're like, the heck is this? So you are rushing to intercede. You kind of body check the dark one, and then it starts snapping at you, and then reflexively, you get this feeling of you're not sure how to. Dylan knows how to describe it as anger, but you in this form has never experienced this before, so you're like overwhelmed by this emotion and start snapping back, and you two tearing into each other, sparkles of energy flying all over the place. And eventually you've entwined yourselves, kind of like an Ouroboros, as you're crushing and biting at each other, before you both howl out in what again Dylan would interpret as sound, but it's not sound because there is no sound yet. It's just, again, this is all like conceptual that Dylan is trying to interpret, but in the way her brain can understand, because we are before form and substance, before dissolving into the sparkles again, like in the GIF and like in that memory you found in the book, and then it all goes black in terms of this life, and you are shunted back to the doorway.
She's like, okay,
carrying that sense of anger, shame, betrayal, confusion.
Aren't you glad you did this?
The Sierra is Dylan probably is going to be a little depressed for a few days.
Just making it clear, Dylan is not. It's Jack.
Yeah.
He left me an ambiguous dragon. I had to do something with it.
Well, that's why I listened for you. But while Dylan was quote unquote aware of her past lives, she was quote unquote not aware of her past lives. Because her mom was like, yeah, you've had a past life. Jack's been finding you for the past 5 past lives, like, so all of this is just bringing up all the feelings she had when Jack died, because she still blames herself for that. Because had she not accidentally attacked her dad, Jack probably maybe would have still been alive. Like, who knows?
I'm not going to refute that. I can say though that in answer to, at least from Jack's perception, when you were in his body during that last thing, he knew this was coming. He had left you there to protect you because he knew they were after him.
That's fair.
Because the dark horned one, like what you saw in the with the primordial dragons, that dark horned one seemed to be trying to draw
what was
energy out of him. Same as how the dark dragon was trying to draw energy out of the other two primordials.
Which now makes her a little worried because he put his essence in her, and she's like, "Oh shit, what does this mean?" Maybe the two are not the same.
Maybe they're not. There
But
are
everybody
ways to
gets
there are
different
ways to commune with deities and the dead if you or you can just try to find out on your own. There are ways to get answers, but
Oh yeah.
you now have information you did not have before. This answer, kind of answers your reincarnation question. I hope.
Yeah.
As I like, no, you are not the reincarnate.
Like it's not me. Oh, like she said it wasn't her. So.
Well, yes, but now but everyone else seems skeptical. Now you have confirmation. Technically, it is not you.
Yeah.
It was Jack.
So huzzah.
Now, how that relates to the piece of him he gave you that's an entirely different question. So, like I said, the others can pull back now if they like.
Fargo will pull back.
Right. So, those of you pulling out of Dylan's dream, you can choose to wake her up, or you can let that process for the rest of the night, and we can deal with this next session. That's up to you guys.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't mind it.
We'll just wake her up. I said we know that she doesn't want to be here, so might as well just wake her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll wake up. Her first words, though, is like, "I need a drink."
She needs all the drink.
All the drinks.
Alright, well, given the time, I will leave characters that wish to drink and process, and we will deal with this next time.
Okay.
And there's certainly a lot of lore that got dumped there. At least I hope it felt like a lot of lore. I don't know if it was to you guys.
Did we get what we wanted though? Like,
I feel like I answered your questions, but
I feel like we did.
I was like, we
So we
confirmed
just know us.
reincarnation. You got insight
confirmed
into, what happened to Jack
Dylan
and,
had-
what the bad guys might be after.
Yeah.
Which is even more reason why we need to keep Yosara safe. And in Dylan's head, she believes Yosara might be one of the reincarnated dragons. Obviously not the evil one.
So,
That's
Okay.
did I miss anything on, I felt like those were the questions you were trying to, was like trying to confirm for conic reincarnation, trying to get some, further insight onto, the primordials. What am I missing?
I mean, seemed pretty good.
Yep.
By the way, Matt asked that. I wasn't sure if I missed something that...
Matt was asking as a player because Matt as a player has been halfway clueless to this whole time.
Oh.
Mentally, I was making sure that because Matt as a player had half brain concocted this idea of if we can't do little bit and we're trying to go into a dragon's mind, we can do Dylan.
Well, then, yes, we have definitely addressed your... I can inform, half asleep Matt that, yes, we did address what he was looking for.
Matt himself is not half asleep. Matt is very awake right now. Will he be awake in 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Yes, because he's going to probably have to drive his husband to work. But, cool. Excellent.
With that vision, I feel like I can officially say we have, opened the doors, but not really crossed over into Act 3 of the campaign.
Oh. How many acts are there to the campaign?
3.
Oh.
I say there is a
Maybe
defining
this'll-
moment that actually is the start of Act 3, but this definitely has given you the idea of what Act 3 will probably be focusing on.
Okay.
All right. Well then, thank you all very much. So, this went well. A little bit of coercion, but this went well.
And yeah, it's your little side quest that I was not expecting. It took a little bit of coercion to coerce yourselves into going on your own side quest.
That's because Dylan didn't want to go down that lane if she didn't have to. So
And
it was
that's
fun
fine.
to
I'm
do.
just kind of funny and amusing.
Unfortunately, we had a bard in a very
Also, I'd like to thank Netflix for providing special effects for tonight's
serial
episode.
killer. Why is this? Right as I keep going to say that. Did y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like you said something.
So yeah, you cut in and out.
Yeah, because it dropped twice when I was going to say it. I said, fortunately, we had a bard and a very compelling serial killer.
And a corner pharmacist. I'll say that actually sounds like a good story. A bard, a serial killer, and a drug dealer walk into a bar.
And drugged a little girl.
And drug the little.
Well, I mean, seriously.
Under the guise, the guise of the secret dragon.
And in this particular case, I think she's just had a very unique experience for herself. What being asleep is like.
That's true.
Hopefully,
Just-
hopefully she
Really
does.
dream.
Hopefully she doesn't get addicted to it. She was like, "Wow, that was amazing. Let's do it again."
No, no, no,
She
no.
just gets addicted to sleeping pills.
With her con save, can you imagine her being addicted to sleeping pills? It wouldn't be very effective.
It would not for her. Dylan
And just
also
as a
was
reminder,
addicted.
just as a reminder, we just post session recap. Oh yeah, session recaps of for the Eternal Sonata.
Let me double check that. I believe that's the thread, the appropriate thread.
Yeah, because I'm seeing that now as I'm reading through.
Yeah,
No one's done one in 2 years. So
Yeah, nobody has
I
done one in
figured-
a long time.
Well,
And
yeah,
we just
for the last 2 years ago. So
I don't show up at every session, so mine would be broken up anyway, since I'm never here from mission start to mission end.
Well, I'm not looking. The
Well-
idea wasn't that it was mission start; it was session start to session end. I was just. It gave me a sense of
Yeah.
who was paying attention during the session and what they actually got out of it versus what I said.
Mm.
yeah, so I will probably try to write one. I mean, don't count your chickens, but
And it was a good way for you
There's a
guys to
chance.
refill your cards when you use them because then you got a card when you did one.
there was a card or there was an option for something else, and I don't remember what it was. But
So there was these questions that we can ask each other during level up, and then